Nailing it. Right. So the Out of Context Reviews episode. I have trawled through reviews for all of our books and found some wonderfully weird reviews with bizarre lines in them. And I am going to read out those reviews. Then I'm going to give the group 90 seconds to talk amongst themselves and decide which book it belonged to.
This is Wizards, Warriors and Words, a fantasy writing advice podcast. If you'd like to unlock bonus content and also help the show, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Simply go to patreon.com/Wizards, Warriors, Words to learn more. You can also find this link in the show notes. And a huge thank you to all our current Patreons. You're awesome. And a special shout out to our latest Patreon, Marcella.
Hello, welcome to Wizards, Warriors and Words, the fantasy writing advice podcast. I don't know what we're doing, calling it these days. We're doing a game show episode again because I'm in charge. Yeah, we're going to have a Dirks in charge episode at some point as well.
Yeah, rotate it around.
So this is the Out of Context Reviews episode. Oh, hang on. We should probably introduce.
I was just going to add that, yeah.
Sorry. I'm not used to being in control. I'm Rob Hayes.
I'm Dirk Ashton.
Oh.
I'm Jed Herne.
I'm Dirk Ashton, I guess, author of Fires of the Dead.
Shit, then I have to be me? That blows. I'm me.
The least powerful character chosen for this game.
Moving along.
Nailing it. Right. So the Out of Context Reviews episode. I have trawled through reviews for all of our books and found some wonderfully weird reviews with bizarre lines in them. And I am going to read out those reviews. Then I'm going to give the group 90 seconds to talk amongst themselves and decide which book it belonged to. And then I will ask them for an answer, and then I will grade each of them like a rabid school teacher, depending on how much they contributed to the answer.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Did you say rabid school teacher or rabbit school teacher?
Rabbit.
Rabid.
Okay, cool.
It could be a rabid rabbit school teacher.
Okay, good. Just wanted to clarify.
He's already brown nosing for extra points.
It's disgraceful.
I'm just getting
Jed's on -5.
Damn it. That's all right. I'll come back from it.
All right. So we're going to kick this off with, I've got a bunch of these. I'm going to go at them at a random order. So the first review, Out of Context review quote is, "Reading this made me realize how much I missed the fantasy genre. Definitely one of my favorite genres."
It says genre.
Talk amongst yourselves, decide which book that belongs to.
Who writes fantasy in this group here?
We
Jed kind of does.
All of us.
You write pirate books though, mostly, right?
Mostly pirate books, yeah.
Arr!
Mostly books about thieves.
Yeah, thieves and pirates.
Thieves and pirates. I feel like Fletcher's book would turn people off the fantasy genre.
So would mine.
Oh, stabbed.
But in a good way. They'll be like, this isn't what I remembered when I was reading The Hobbit as a kid. That book was so charming and innocent.
Yeah,
and this book just had people murdering other people and pooping in boxes and stuff. So
mine is so weird and unlike urban fantasy or epic fantasy because it's both. I can't imagine anyone saying that about mine.
Suburban epic.
I can imagine someone saying that about Rob's.
Would he pick a quote that refers to himself straight away?
I'm leaning toward Rob Hayes, one of his books.
What book do you think specifically? Because I would say not all of Rob's books are sort of like classical epic fantasy in a sense.
No, but
probably the most out of all of them.
Maybe Never Die. Because it's kind of fresh.
It's fresh.
Just like Rob. He's fresh.
Not so fresh after that 5K run earlier today.
Oh, no, yeah, very sweaty. Okay, time's up. So I need a book from you guys.
Do we
Never
each
Die
individually vote?
By Rob J. Hayes.
Should we type our answers through to you individually?
No. It has a group thing. I'm just marking you like a teacher.
Yeah, I like Never Die as well.
Never Die is incorrect. The correct answer was Fires of the Dead by Jed Herne.
Oh, wow.
There you go. Thanks, everybody.
That's awesome.
I'm glad that I've single-handedly reignited somebody's passion in the fantasy genre.
That's awesome. Those are the best kind of reviews too.
I've not seen that review.
I mean, I've seen on other people's books. I've never seen that on their books.
So that was the first one. Started off a little bit, could go either way. We'll go on to another one then. This quote reads, "It reminded me of a Michael Bay's Transformer movie distilled into a book version." Watch yourselves and decide.
Surely Paternus.
Paternus.
Everyone always says it's so
actually
cinematic.
that works for Never Die or maybe Ghosts of Tomorrow.
Oh.
Just because explosions, which is, that book's just a...
Yeah, it could be. It could be Ghosts of Tomorrow.
But I haven't read Thunder Heist, though. Thunder Heist sounds extremely Michael Bay.
Yeah.
If there was someone to direct it, he would not be a bad choice, I think.
So I
don't know, there's not a lot of explosions.
Read that again, Rob.
It reminded me of a Michael Bay's Transformer movie distilled into a book version.
But the Transformers part is like, I feel like Dirk has the most giant people and things in his book.
Giant people and things.
Yeah, like Transformers.
I'm using that. Giant people and things. Jed Herne.
Yeah, get rid of M.R. Carey's cover quote. Get rid of Mike Fletcher's cover quote. Giant people.
I got rid of mine.
Nicholas Eames, Anthony Ryan, Mark Lawrence.
Pitch us Ghost of Tomorrow, Fletch. I haven't read that one.
Science fiction, cyberpunk, robot
Definitely
battles in the
cyberpunk.
streets, lots of bodies, huge death toll.
Serious. It's probably the most grimdark book I've read.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if you think about grimdark,
it has my favorite cover out of all your books, Mike.
It's nasty.
Yeah.
I have this art framed up on that wall that I bought off.
So just for our listeners, basically, it's like,
John's
how would you
website.
describe it, Mike? How would you describe the cover of it?
That is the character Archaeade. He is the brain of a 14-year-old child in a mech body. Forearms. He's in love with westerns and ninjas. So he's got 2 cult peacemakers and 2 katanas. And he has just busted into a mafia underground bunker, or it's not underground, a mafia bunker, and is about to lay waste to some people.
Hell yes. That makes me
We
really
are out of time.
Okay.
So I need an answer from you guys.
I'm changing to Ghost of Tomorrow.
Ghost of Tomorrow?
I'm gonna go with my own book.
Which one?
Probably War of Gods.
Which one's that one? Is that the first one?
Third.
That's the third one.
Third one.
The answer is Paternus. Number 2.
Oh, number 2.
Wrath of Gods.
That's the Wrath of Gods.
Interesting.
Oh, okay.
That's a cool quote.
By the way, I found a review where somebody who loved Paternus 1 gave it 5 stars, then rated Paternus 2 1 star because of what you did to Molasses. Is it Molasses? The dog.
Oh, yeah. He DNF'd. I saw that one. Molasses. He DNF'd at like 97% into the book.
That's
now, if he
hardcore,
would have
man.
kept reading, he'd know the book, the dog lives. Spoiler. But no, he DNF'd. He DNF'd. 5-starred the first book, DNF'd 1-starred the second book because
that is crazy.
Because of the dog violence.
You find some interesting reviews when trawling through. Here's a good one, in fact, because this
it's not a real dog. This thing's like 3,000 years old, right?
It's plenty of time to go for walks and eating food.
Okay, so the next review quote, this one is absolutely bizarre because it makes no sense to me. It's quite short. An original tale as old as time.
An original tale as old as time.
I don't care whose book that is. I want to put that on my front cover.
That's got to be a Dirk Ashton because it's an original tale and all the characters are as old as time.
True.
I'm guessing it's a Hayes.
Which one though?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Never. I'm gonna go with. I'm probably gonna go with Never Die again.
I'm leaning Paternus.
I'm just gonna keep saying it until it's true.
What if I haven't chosen Never Die for any of these review quotes?
Just like any good politician.
Yeah.
You will make reality conform to your expectations.
Yes,
that's how you win at the game.
Again and again until it's believed.
Yeah, I'm
Mike,
going with
what do you
Paternus.
think?
I refuse to bend to Dirk Ashton's will on this.
Or your manifested delusions
What are you going
be more
with?
powerful than Dirk Ashton's manifested
I think the first
delusions?
Paternus book.
Really?
Yeah, me
It's
too.
a tale that's as old as time and it's original.
Mm.
I can't think of anything else that any of us have written that remotely fits that.
Okay.
So some of us are going to get some points and some of us aren't.
Right. So what are we saying here?
Paternus, Rise of Gods.
Okay.
That's what Mike said too. I'm saying Never Die.
So an original tale as old as time belongs to Beyond Redemption.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
I mean, original tale, yeah. I was.
Which part is
thrown
the
off.
oldest time part? Like,
The mucus.
The part with the afterlife. The part
I don't
with
know,
human anxiety and psychosis.
Okay.
That really threw me. You played us well there, Rob.
Interesting.
I
Boy, we
thought so.
failed.
Let's see if I can
We
do the
failed
same with this one.
miserably.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
The next review quote is, Dirk Ashton's second outing is bigger, better, and dirtier than ever.
oh, that's Never Die.
That's gotta be Michael R. Fletcher. That's gotta be one of Mike's books.
Yeah, it's obviously not a Dirk book because it's got your name in the review. That would just be, that's just obvious. I'm just trying to think. Second tale.
We've been claiming to have written each other's books for so long now. I
know.
I'm not sure if people actually think we're all the same person or if,
It's made it into reviews. It's brilliant.
every time I post something, everyone's like,
about.
"Oh, Dirk Ashton's done it again." I'm like, okay, that was funny when I did it.
I'm going with the second book in the Beyond Redemption series. What is it? What's the title?
Swarm and Steel.
Mirror's Truth.
A Mirror's
All
Truth.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, Mirror's Truth.
And
Okay, we're all going with that.
we're all waiting for book 3.
Sure.
Correct. It is The Mirror's Truth.
Is it? Yeah.
Well done. Virtual high five, everybody. Nice work.
Oh,
I'm dying to ask.
That's awesome.
Rob, how did this whole pretending to write other people's books thing start? Like, who was it specifically who first
Boy,
did it?
that's
When
I have. Oh, no. Did it come from the Cabal thing?
The what?
yes.
The Cabal.
Well, maybe. All
right, first,
yeah, I
there
mean
is no
that
Cabal.
all started with that
There is no
review on Amazon of Paternus that
Hang on, hold it there,
all these-
because I've got a good one here. I've got a good review quote here. It is a marketing trick to push sales on something through famous people recommendations that it is obvious they haven't bothered to read themselves. Otherwise, they wouldn't give such false information. Come on now, people. We are not stupid. And it happens again and again. It is like a coalition of 10 to 15 authors that promotes its own interests.
Yeah,
I love that we're
doesn't
famous.
Sound like a cabal at all.
Yeah, I love that any one of us would be. I know where that one comes from, but that any one of us, I posted that when I had to because I was like incredibly thrilled that I could be considered in a cabal of some sort with Michael R. Carey or M.R. Carey, Mike Carey, Nicholas Eames, Mark Lawrence, Anthony Ryan. Yeah, I'm in a cabal with those guys. You know, we're all just such good friends.
All their identities
Such
to
good
us.
friends. We don't read our books. We don't read the books, and we just say nice things. Like,
Anyway, nobody's getting any points for this one. I just thought that's the perfect one to read there because that's where the Cabal came from. But there is no Cabal.
No Cabal.
And if there was, the people that Dirk just read out their names are clearly not
it's
members.
like that I could be. I mean, doesn't she know that I'm an absolute no one? No.
That's not true.
Okay.
Eternus is big.
We'll move on. The next review quote is, "What the fuck did I just read?"
That's Beyond Redemption. Gotta be. That's got to be Beyond Redemption.
You don't reckon one of his, like, I feel that Rob would be unlikely to choose the same book multiple times.
Beyond Redemption hasn't been a choice yet.
We've just kept saying it constantly. That's why I got confused.
Kept saying it. No, that's got to be that.
You don't reckon like Blackstone Heart, maybe?
Oh, it could be. Could be Blackstone Heart.
What do you reckon, Mike?
What do you think?
I love that it could be kind of any one of my books where it's like, like, why?
That should be the title of one of your books, just in like big bold letters.
I mean, I consider a statement like that to be a compliment.
Me too. Yeah. I had one reader say a similar thing about mine, but it was a bit different. I'm going to go Blackstone Heart.
I'm still going to go with Beyond Redemption.
Yeah, I kind of lean towards Beyond Redemption as well, but
okay.
I can't believe you've done it, Dirk. That is actually Never Die.
Yeah, see that? We totally blew
it. It would have paid off if you had just done it.
Damn it!
No.
Just stick to your guns, man.
I should have stuck to my guns. It's like when you play the same numbers in the lottery, week in, week out, end after end. And finally, you're like, fuck it, I'm not winning. I'm changing my numbers. And that number comes up. That's exactly what just happened.
Exactly what just happened. You just lost millions of dollars.
Damn it.
Okay, so this next one's a bit weird.
Good.
Love heart emoticon, puppy emoticon, wolf emoticon, pause emoticon.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. Mike, you wrote a book that was just emoticons, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I've got an entire trilogy, the emoticon trilogy, where they're long. I mean, like, not a lot of people make it through all 3 books.
It's intense, especially when that poop emoji shows up. That was hardcore, man.
I mean, you kind of gave it away there, but
yeah. Look, sorry, spoilers.
I have fucking clue, no idea.
His follow-up trilogy is going to be emoticons versus the semicolons.
I was thinking actually of doing like a book of GIFs.
Yep, that's nice.
Or GIFs.
It's probably just made a whole bunch of internet people angry, the fact that you said that one way and not the other way. I don't know how to say it.
He said it both ways. Therefore, he's made all people
covered my butt.
Pissed off all the people.
Back to it.
Okay, so that sounds like a young person.
Okay, so it was love heart emoticon, puppy emoticon, wolf emoticon, pause emoticon, as in dog pause.
All right, I'm going to say
sounds like
Jed Herne's Thunder Heist.
I'm going to say, shit. You're going to have to forgive me, Rob. Your most recent series that you...
The War Eternal?
Yeah, I'm going to say the second War Eternal book.
The Lessons Never Learned.
But, there's like not really any... I'm trying to think. There's not really any like dogs in it, unless I've badly forgotten.
There are no dogs.
Stuff. Thanks, Rob. I'm glad you whispered so the others didn't hear.
Can't we have to whisper now?
We're all whispering for the rest of this show.
Okay, answers.
Answers.
My real answer is it's probably one of my books.
You reckon?
Because of the puppy.
We'll say a Paternus book for you then?
But there's an awful lot of like dog, wolf, and paws.
Though
a lot of people really love the Molossus character.
Yeah.
Obviously someone did. They DNF'd at 97%.
So we've got a Paternus from Dirk.
Thunder Heist.
Thunder Heist and...
It takes a thief to catch a sunrise.
Incorrect. It was Swarm and Steel by Michael R. Fletcher.
Oh, nice.
I haven't read the book, so I don't know if that fits.
What the heck happened?
I am confused.
Is there a dog or a wolf?
No.
Is there a love heart?
Yeah.
I don't want to give stuff away there. It's a fucked up love story between a corpse and a cannibal.
Sweet. It's an average.
I thought that one would throw everyone around. Let's try this one then.
I'm confused. I'm very confused.
I'm loving
the next one.
This is fun.
That was one creepy kid.
Never die.
Yeah, never die.
Yeah,
that's got to
never die.
Sounds like a consensus.
Yes.
Incorrect. It was Beyond Redemption.
What? Oh, the little god kid. Yeah.
Which totally fits because he in Never Die. Ein was very much inspired by Mike R. Fletcher's creepy kid.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Cool. A little bit of Never Die trivia.
Yeah, I would.
So you all failed with that one.
Damn it, we were so sure. It's too obvious again. Rob's good at baiting us.
That was one creepy kid in Never Die.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, we haven't read the book. We just tell everyone it's awesome because we're part of a cabal and we're contractually obligated.
That's true.
Speaking of not reading the book, the next review quote is, I love this review quote. It's a brilliant one. The writing was decent, but I just couldn't get into the story. Only finished the first chapter, then gave up.
1 star.
Yeah, couldn't get into the story, but I only finished the first chapter. So.
Oh, that's funny. Didn't they say the writing was decent as well?
The writing was decent, but I just couldn't get into the story. Only finished the first chapter, then gave up.
That's got to be one of my books.
I feel like the first chapter is quite, well, not so much the first chapter, but you did mention that your first chapter or around about that is pretty divisive, didn't you? Like in terms of people like the present tense or not.
Yes, but this could have been a review too from
the first edition,
the first version where it started with a different chapter. It started with the 2 young characters on the street talking after a bad date. So that might have been from that. But yeah, I mean, I can't imagine anything I've read of your guys is where people wouldn't be drawn into the story after the first chapter. So, yeah, I'm thinking it's Paternus.
Yeah.
I feel like Paternus has come up a lot.
Paternus.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the style is something that some people they said well written. That's weird because that's usually what turns people off. Right,
okay, so
yeah, Paternus. I'll go with that.
We're all going with Paternus?
Yeah.
Incorrect. It was Never Die.
It was Never Die.
That was going to be my second.
What?
I was close to saying that.
That first chapter is brilliant. Oh,
I mean, maybe they just meant the prologue. They couldn't get past the story.
I was so hooked.
These first 2 sentences were great, but I gave up after them because I wasn't hooked.
God, yeah. I just cannot get.
That was a.
I love that one.
I've just got to keep saying Never Die. Damn it.
I just love that I couldn't get into the story, but I only finished the first chapter. Well,
yeah, of course you couldn't get into the story.
Give it a bit more of a go. No. Not even a long chapter.
No, it's
anyway. So moving on. I don't know what. How are we doing for time here, Jed?
I think it's been about 20 minutes, but I'm enjoying this. So
we're good.
Do a few more. Cool.
Yeah.
So all in capitals, which is apparently very important. An interesting start that turns into a lot of death, and then all the big brave fighters die.
Again, this sounds like Never Die, but surely not again.
Yeah, that does sound like Never Die.
Actually,
brave. I don't have any books with brave fighters in them. I don't think all mine are like scummy dirtbags. So unless someone just totally didn't understand them,
all the big brave fighters die.
I reckon this might be Fires of the Dead. Just because of I don't know. That's my out of the box guess, but that already was an answer before, so I'm not sure if he would have doubled up.
He's done Never Die twice already.
That's true.
He's messing with Dirk. He's trying to get him to say Never Die. It's going to be wrong.
I know, and I keep.
He's in our heads.
I only say Never Die when it's not Never Die.
That's true. I mean, I feel like in all our books, our characters do tend to die with a pretty high rate. So.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, I can't say that's one of mine. I haven't read where your Where Loyalties Lie. I haven't read that trilogy, unfortunately. Duology. Yeah. What's the name of the duology?
Best Laid Plans.
Best Laid Plans. Yeah.
Although actually these days they're all connected. All six of those books are connected in the First Earth saga.
Yes.
Okay. I don't. So I don't know. It could be Beyond Redemption. Only the big brave part kind of throws me.
The death certainly works though.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
so what are we going with?
Dead.
Damn,
Fires
that's
the Dead
hard.
for Jed?
Yeah, I'll go Fires of the Dead as well.
I'm going with Never Die. Damn it.
Okay. The correct answer is Fires of the Dead.
Hey.
Oh, and I blew it again.
There we go.
Damn it.
So if you want to read a story where all the big brave fighters die, no spoilers.
I guess I need to read that book.
It's really short as well, so it should be very fast to read.
Cool. So they have really big print and pictures.
That's it. Perfect for your third grade reading level, Dirk. No, it's like a novella, so it's only 20,000 words. So yeah, it should be a very fast read.
Cool.
But 20,000 words is still plenty of space to kill everybody's favorite characters, apparently.
Has Never Die been the answer yet?
Yeah. It was, what the fuck did I just read?
Yeah.
And the writing was decent. I just couldn't get into the story one.
Okay. And I've got both those wrong.
And yeah, you got them both wrong both times. I'll tell you what, finding ones for Jed was actually kind of tough for the simple fact that people tend to describe the story a lot in Jed's reviews.
I've noticed that.
Really?
It's not useful.
No.
Yeah.
It's like, stop describing the story and give me something fun.
Yeah, like give me some critiques. I'm reading these reviews and I'm like, yes, I know all of this. Just tell me what you liked and tell me what you hated so that I can improve.
Yes, but they don't write the reviews for you, Jed.
I know. It's very selfish of me.
Except for the ones where they're just where they say they're just trying to help the author be better.
Oh God, those are good ones. Okay. I like this one as well. This is a good one. So it's like Mad Max meets Conan. I've never seen Conan, but that sounds about right.
Mad Max meets Conan. Oh boy.
Mad Max sort of implies a bit more like industrial, modern sort of fantasy stuff, to my mind. Yeah. So I'm wondering if that's one of Fletcher's books. You mentioned you have the cyberpunk one.
Yeah, Ghosts of Tomorrow. I don't see the Mad Max. What? Mad Max and Conan, they're both stretches. I think maybe this person didn't see either movie.
Well, they're probably talking about Fury Road. Not the original Mad Max.
Yeah. So are there any where there's a big chase?
Conan.
Does anyone have Arnold Schwarzenegger in their books?
Yes.
Just turning up randomly.
There you go.
Honey.
I mean, remember, they didn't see Conan. So we've got to think, what would someone who didn't see Conan think Conan was about?
I'm stumped. I need to read more of your guys. I need to read more of your guys' books.
That's the clear takeaway from this, I think. Rob, do you have any books that are like extensive journeys where people are being pursued?
Do you have any books that are like Mad Max?
Color of Vengeance, which has that. It even has a big axe-wielding brute of a character who is basically chased across the world by...
I'm going with that one. What's it called?
Color of Vengeance.
Color of Vengeance. I'm going with Rob Hayes' Color of Vengeance because I'm completely stumped otherwise.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm in.
All right. I doubt he would have given us the answer, but maybe it was an elaborate double bluff, so I'll lock that in as well.
That was Beyond Redemption.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that makes I feel like that makes sense. It's sort of like a bit of a wastelandish situation, isn't it?
I still don't feel
like post-apocalyptic.
No.
It's cool. I mean, it's a neat comparison, but I
mean, one thing I noticed about Fletcher reviews for Fletcher's books is they tend to be as crazy as Fletcher's books.
Uh-huh.
You attract a certain crowd.
Which is fitting, I'd say.
Yeah, I think next week we have to do another Chaos episode where we talk about the private messages that fans have sent us.
Jeez.
Because DMs like
spicy.
Do you guys get some weird shit? Or is that just me?
I think it's just
I've gotten some, but mostly it's like the ones that I love. are the ones where people just go on like, oh, and what about this, and if this, and did you draw on this, and what's gonna, and here's what I think's gonna happen next, because just that and they go on, just that people would spend that much time, typing up an email, not even a review, is so awesome.
See, I like those ones. I don't like the ones where people start messaging me asking about the sex lives of my characters, and I'm like,
yeah,
I'm comfortable with this.
I haven't gotten those kind of weird ones.
Yeah, that's strange. How often do you get those messages?
Now there were some like super goofy things going around as they were jokes that different people were doing. Joke emails.
I remember a few emails, Patrick from Bookness and everybody, like all of his author friends, just really random emails from different email accounts.
They were pretty
very strange.
They were pretty funny.
I think in the last week, I've had 2 people message me from like wildly different parts of the planet wanting to buy me whiskey and like send it to me. And I'm like, this is my new favorite kind of message.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yep. Those are good. Anyway, Rob, sorry.
Yeah. I'll try and throw you guys for a couple of loops again. So the synopsis I read, not the book, just the synopsis. The synopsis I read sounds like a D&D campaign, a group of adventurers with varied skills trying to complete a quest.
I feel like
Never Die.
No, it's got to be Never Die.
Never Die.
But probably not. Maybe Never Die. That's come up a lot. Really, I'm feeling like Fires of the Dead. I feel like a critique that also, and also a praise of it is like, it feels like D&D. And some people love that and some people hate that. So.
Okay.
I'm not too sure.
Never Die.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 Never Dies and Jed.
Die.
Decision.
Never Die.
I'll go back to Never Die, so I'm not just picking my own book all the time.
Yeah, no, it was Fires of the Dead again.
I
I just love the fact that it was a review.
It
was a review of the book, but they only read the synopsis.
Oh well, I guess I got no possible benefit from that. How many stars did they give it?
I don't know. I didn't make note of the stars of these
enough.
reviews, to be honest.
Probably healthier.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
But I thought that one would throw you a loop.
I did actually change the synopsis from the original one I wrote, because the original one was just a list of the main characters in it. And it did feel very, like lit RPG sort of thing, which is fine, but it's not really what the book is. But then I changed it to like a totally different thing. So the person can no longer critique that synopsis. It has vanished from existence.
There we go. There's an idea for a future episode that we all absolutely hate doing, writing synopsis blurbs.
That's why
those are fun.
Like it.
Because I ignore what the book is about. And I just, I'm like, this sounds cool.
Once I learned that, and also everybody I know, very successful authors, write these really long blurbs. And personally, I never read the description on Amazon or Goodreads beyond the first paragraph anyway, ever. So I keep mine really, you'll notice that mine gets shorter and shorter in the trilogy. They're really short.
Mike has the shortest one, I think.
Once I get the idea of what it's about, I don't want to hear more about the story. I'll read the fucking book if I want to read the story. But that's just me. Obviously it works. So I'm sure I'm doing it wrong, but I'm pretty sure about that, everything I do. So
a good exercise I've started doing recently on that note, this will be super brief and then we get back into it, is like I've been looking up books that have really good rankings on Amazon and then like hand copying the blurbs just so I can sort of get a feel for some of the common themes that are coming up in them. Yeah. And it is interesting because there are definitely like patterns that are sort of going across all those blurbs.
And there are certain buzzword trigger words that they say to use and you put, I mean,
magic.
A good one that I've noticed actually for the past sort of few months, books that are doing well have blurbs that start off with something about challenging the gods.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Fortunately, it didn't work for Pawn's Gambit, but it's worked for many other books I've seen.
Yeah, I was going to say that's like custom made for Pawn's Gambits.
Yeah, I probably should have crafted the blurb a bit better.
You can always redo it. That's the joy of self-pub.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We've got a couple more to go here. We're getting through this.
This is good.
Jet Li's the one. Pokemon Highlander.
That sounds like it could be the first line of a blurb. Like
Pokemon.
That's cool.
Highlander.
I mean, in
We're all
Beyond Redemption.
stumped.
What's that?
We're all stumped.
In Beyond Redemption, don't people sort of collect their vanquished foes to use in the afterlife? So that's sort of like Pokemon, but a more brutal version of it.
It is.
Murder Pokemon?
Yeah. Instead of capturing these cute creatures, you just sneak up behind them and I guess like
Stab them
bludgeon
in
them
the
over the head, and then they serve you forever.
I'm going with Rob's most recent trilogy.
War Eternal.
War Eternal. Yeah.
I guess like the magic system in that is sort of similar to Pokemon in the sense that it's like, hear me out. It's you got these little crystal gems that you got to swallow, and you collect different ones, and that leads to you.
Okay.
Powers. Maybe Never Die or Pawn's Gambit. I feel like
no.
You reckon that's come up too much?
Okay, Doug's definitely going with War Eternal. Jed?
Pawn's Gambit.
Fletcher?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Pawn's Gambit as well.
That was for Blackstone Heart.
Whoa!
Hey, no, Highlander makes perfect sense for Blackstone Heart.
Yeah.
Highlander.
From what I know of it, I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, okay, I get that. Pokemon?
I mean, he's going around killing versions of himself to eat their hearts.
Yeah.
Okay,
but it's
that's
like
starting
Pokemon.
to make sense.
I don't get the Pokemon bit at all.
You didn't play that game where Ash
Well,
Ketchum goes
light
around
and
to kill
fluffy.
other
It's
Ashes
kind
so that
of
he
it's
can
anime.
get their Pokemon? No? There you go.
Do you have a character named Pikachu?
Yeah, one.
Okay, so one last one. I feel this could probably go for all of our books.
Okay.
This sucks.
If this book had been released 10 years ago when I was a 14-year-old boy and a voracious reader, I would be willing to bet it would have been one of my favorite books.
Nice. Well, I basically am 14 years old, so hopefully I can get in the mindset of this reviewer.
There you go. You've got the inside track.
Yeah, I remember what it was like to be 14. No, I don't. What book would be most enjoyable as a 14-year-old voracious reader? Maybe like if I was 14 and I was reading Paternus, I would have been stoked with that, because that's how old I was when I was reading Percy Jackson and Skullduggery Pleasant books, and they are very similar to Paternus. Paternus has like sort of a more grown-up feel to it than those. Someone else talk while I think.
I'm kind of with you on Paternus.
I guess we're saying you're a 14-year-old boy.
Most likely, yeah. But I'm gonna pick Never Die.
Never Die is fun as well.
Okay, so we've got Never Die from Dirk, Paternus from Fletcher, and Paternus from you as well, Jed?
I think so. Yeah, I'm not feeling super confident about that, but let's lock it in.
The correct answer was Paternus.
Hey!
Of course.
I take it back. I had no doubts. I'll live forever.
So that's the all the reviews I pulled up. So for score lines, well, I'll say this: Jed would have won, except he started at -5 points. No! So instead, Jed had 1 point.
That's
oh boy.
Dirk had 3 points, and Fletcher had 4.
Hey!
Oh! How about you, Rob? How'd you do?
I got them all.
Yeah, you did.
15 points to Rob. This was super fun. I like this episode.
Boy, we suck. If the highest score was 4.
I mean, in all fairness, we haven't all read all of each other's books, except I've read all the Paternus books, Dirk.
Yes, you have. And
have you read all 14 of Rob's books?
I need to read more. Yeah, it's not fair, though. You've written a lot more books than I have.
I have. It's very true. I have.
You need to get rid of some of them, Rob, so that we can all read them. Just delete them.
I mean, to be honest, like, Fletcher wrote 3 of them, so yeah.
That's true.
I wrote 2. I only wrote 2.
Yeah. I'm halfway through writing your next one as well, so that's going well.
So there we go. That's my out of context review quotes game show episode.
That was fun.
Yeah, I like that.
Certainly threw me for a loop.
Do you want more random things like this? This recording session we've done, I don't know when this is coming out in relation to our other episodes, but we just recorded Fletcher's Chaos episode before this, which you may have heard already or not heard already. So this recording session was all over the place, but in a fun way.
It's basically we're taking the weight off Jed's shoulders for a week.
This was Chaos 2, Rob Hayes Boogaloo.
This was fun. I like this. And I feel like there's a lot of quotes that I want to steal off you to use as marketing copy. So mostly the one that was just love heart emoji, dog, wolf, and then whatever the other emoji was.
It was love heart, puppy, wolf, paws.
Fantastic. Just put that on the front cover.
Perfect description of Swarm and Steel.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, on that note, thank
you
everybody for listening or watching this episode. We hope you have enjoyed it, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
And as we end this episode, thank you to our special high tier Patreon, Daniel Henderson.